Have you ever thought of a baby with no arms or no legs? Maybe even born dead? Acid can do that for you, baby. It's quite a price to pay for a few hours of tripping out. And hey, guy, how about jumping in front of a speeding car, being spread all over the highway, or leaping from a building, or maybe even killing your best friend? Some people have done just that. On acid.
A public service presentation by this station and the Southern Baptist churches in this area.
The following podcast is a part of RadioMisfits.com. And now it's time for the Mr. Nailsin Show. Is Bigfoot dwelling in the gloomiest corner of Ohio? Perhaps, but maybe not. Numerous reported sightings of the hairy beasts, which are said to be up to 10 feet tall, have been reported in the gloomiest corner of the state of Ohio. Some are even suspecting an entire family of Sasquatches could be migrating through the region. At least 7 Bigfoot sightings have been reported across northeast Ohio, according to the minds at the Bigfoot Society, with most of the encounters coming between Akron and Youngstown in Portage County. One of the latest alleged incidents happened in Streetsboro, with the witness insisting she hadn't seen any of the other reports of the sightings. They were passing the Tinkers Creek area when a 6.5-foot lean brown Bigfoot appeared in their lane, but going against the flow of traffic, the Bigfoot Society's Jeremiah Byron said. They were so close that the witness said that her daughter could have reached out and hit the Bigfoot with her arm. She was so freaked out she couldn't turn around and go back. She is not a Bigfoot person, Byron added. Surprising no one, perhaps, none of the Bigfoot spiders have managed to snap a photo, despite the ubiquity of high-resolution cameras or modern smartphones, and no reports have been made with local police. Who would have known that cell phone cameras don't exist in northeast Ohio? One person quipped on X in response to the Bigfoot Society's post. The sightings appeared to be progressing eastward, leading the Bigfoot Society to posit a green highway theory that a family of cryptids was migrating through the area. Based on these coordinates, the subjects appear to be using the Headwaters Trail Greenbelt as a primary travel corridor, the group said in an X-post. The variation in height, 6 foot to 10 feet, and color, brown to black, suggests we are not tracking a single individual, but potentially a family group or multiple subjects migrating eastward. The first sighting came when somebody claimed to see a 9-foot-tall beast in broad daylight before it ran off after being spotted. Then an 8-foot creature was grunting in a wooded area around 11 p.m. with a footprint reportedly being found. Then there were 4 more sightings over the following days, one of which left somebody's German Shepherd visibly shaking with fear after encountering the alleged beast in a backyard. Others, however, thought that even if these beasts were real, they wouldn't be around for long, given the rough reputation of northeast Ohio. That boy is not going to make it past Youngstown, one person said. So, could a family of big feet be migrating through Ohio? Perhaps, but maybe not. You're listening to the Mr. Nailsin Show here on RadioMisfits.com. This is a Nailsin News Bulletin. Well, this is a story I covered, I don't know, some time ago. I'm really forgetting. But anyway, Beauty and the Geek, show I never watched, but nevertheless, there it is. Alum Tamika Chesser welcomes Bebe behind bars after allegedly beheading boyfriend. Allegedly? Wasn't she convicted? I mean, she's behind bars. I guess she's awaiting trial. I don't know. And I guess, yeah, this is a shot from the Beauty and the Geek show. She don't look like that no more. I think she looks like she did a lot of plastic surgery and like her chin is whittled down. It's weird. Don't have an image of that. Anyway, an Australian former reality television star has given birth behind bars after allegedly killing and beheading her boyfriend last summer. Yes, we still know what you did last summer. Tamika Chesser, who appeared on the 2010 season of the Australian version of Beauty and the Geek, has welcomed a child. The model was pregnant at the time of her June 2025 arrest, and the identity of the baby's father has not been publicly disclosed. So, not the boyfriend? People reached out to South Australia Health for comment. And by people, I mean the magazine, not just, some people. I'm sure a lot did. But anyway, but they didn't immediately get a response. Chesser was 34 years old when authorities found her 39-year-old partner, Julian Story, dismembered in the couple's Port Lincoln, South Australia apartment just before 3:30 p.m. local time on June 19th. He was believed to have been killed sometime around June 17th. Police responded to the unit after a neighbor reported a fire in the complex. The neighbor said, per police documents, no, you don't need all that. The neighbor asked Chesser what was going on, to which she replied, nothing, and then took her dogs for a walk and locked the front door. Oh, well. Hey, mind your own business, After she left to walk the dogs, the witness reportedly tried to put out the fire by filling a bucket of water and entering through Chesser's back door. In the bathroom of the unit, he located a bundle of clothing rags and debris which was smoldering. The witness doused this and repeated this with a second bucket of water. All right, he put the fire out. We don't need every little detail. By the time police arrived, the accused was seated in a garden chair in the rear yard adjacent to Unit 3 in a catatonic and unresponsive state. Would have been really scary if she showed up behind the guy after he's putting the fire out. And I mean, look, is that like a... Yeah, I think that's like a security cam footage. So that's what she's all dressed in black and... Ooh, man. So anyway, it was a confronting scene for... Well, okay. And emergency services personnel as Julian's body had been dismembered, police said in a statement at the time. Julian's head had been removed during the dismemberment and, despite extensive searches, has not yet been located. Recovering Julian's head to return it to his family so they can have a peaceful outcome, have a funeral and lay him to rest, is a really important aspect for us, Detective Filk told reporters. Well, anyway, his skull was recovered on July 31st after being found by a dog. One of those situations where the dog ran off into the scrub, the dog didn't come back immediately on being called, Filk previously said. Chesser has also modeled for Playboy and Ralph. Who the hell's Ralph? In addition to appearing in Australia's Beauty and the Geek, The American version was hosted by Ashton Kutcher. Okay. Well, she's currently being held in a mental health facility outside of Adelaide. So, I guess she's probably going to be found innocent by reason of being cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And that's that. Still had affection for her dogs, though. After whatever dust-up happened, that must have been really frightening for the dogs. And so she decided, hey, you know, I'll give them a walk to calm them down. And I guess that's how that worked out. I don't know. Holy crap. And ironically, it's a dog who, of course, found the skull. You know, dogs are good at that sort of thing. And that worked out. But so was pregnant at the time of the killing. Odds are, yeah, that's the boyfriend's child, I guess. Unless, she was having an affair with someone else. And boy, just all the nuttiness came to total collapse with the boyfriend finding out, you cheated, you yelling and stuff. And then she lashed out and murdered him. Yeah. Could be anything. Odds are you'll never know, since she's the only one who would know, and by now, probably so far gone that, well, forget it. You know?
This has been a Nailsin News Bulletin.
Hey, girls, stop. Think before you pop that pill. Before you squeeze that syringe. Give some thought to your child. Yeah, so you don't have a kid now, but someday you will. Do you want your baby to be born blind, without hands or legs, twisted and disfigured, born an idiot? Have you ever seen a day-old baby that was born an addict to drugs because its mother didn't think? How would you feel right now if you were in a wheelchair, unable to compete in today's world? Doctors and scientists right now know for sure that LSD trips up to 2 years before pregnancy can produce what they call central nervous defects in newborn infants. So think. Think about the future. And think about yourself. Think about that baby that can be a lifetime cripple. The next time the crowd says turn on, turn off the crowd and turn on your brain.
A public service presentation by this station and the Southern Baptist churches in this area.
Smellog's Poop, the super delicious laxative, presents The Adventures of Sun King. Faster than the speed of light, more powerful than an atomic bomb, able to leap the moon in a single bound. Look, up in the sky, it's a comet.
It's a UFO.
No, it's Sun King. Yes, Sun King. And who, disguised as mild-mannered tabloid reporter Mark Milktit, fights a never-ending battle for truth and justice.
Little detail and stuff, but in the meantime, looks like we'd better get over to Crappincorn. I'm somewhat familiar with it, but I guess I gotta go back. So I guess we'll have to meet you there, Captain Timely. Looks like you're going to be joining us after all. Yeah, and don't forget to contact Dynamofo. We're probably going to need his help too. So, we'll all meet up in Crappincorn.
Oh, man, this is great. I mean, bad for the world. I'm sure we can figure it out, but finally a team up.
And soon, Sun King, Dr. Spectacular, Moon Mage, Captain Timely, and Dynamofo arrive in the small, mysterious land of Crappincorn.
No doubt about it. The red storm's intensity is greatly increased here in Crappincorn.
Right, so I guess the idea that the source of the red storm definitely comes from here.
Yes, from that mysterious portal, right, Captain Timely?
Well, yes. It should be in that cave that... I mean, it's been a while since I've been here, and boy, have things changed. But based on what I recall, it should be somewhere behind that Winnebago.
Winnebago? Haven't seen one of those in a while.
Oh, man, this place smells like gasoline and stinky feet.
Now, wait a minute, Dynamo Phone. Keep your voice down. You don't want that kind of derogatory language about their culture being overheard by the natives.
Shit, Sun King, they're too busy killing each other to worry about what I got to say.
Well, yeah, they're strange. I would have thought this would all die down since the war's long been over and the country reunited. Well, let's see about this Winnebago and see if the owner could move it out of the way so that we can get access to this mysterious cave, to this mysterious portal to the Netherverse.
Ah, come on, Sun King. Any one of us could move that hunk of crap out of the way.
Not so fast, Captain Timely. Courtesy and decorum requires that we respect the property of others.
Oh, yeah. Oh, damn. God, why am I so stupid? Jeez.
That's interesting. There appears to be some sort of sign or banner stretched out over the Winnebago. It reads, Dr. Knave's Mystic Emporium.
Oh, look, there's like this shed off to the side. It looks like that's his shop where he probably sells, souvenirs and stuff for tourists. I wonder if we could get some postcards. That would be nice.
Well, we don't really have time for any of that nonsense, Moon Mage. What with the fate of the world at stake, you know?
Go away. The store is closed.
But sir, we're not interested in the store. We need your help. We need access to the cave behind your Winnebago, and we were wondering if you could move it out of the way.
What? Hell no. Ain't nobody going near that cave without my say-so, and I'm saying no. Yeah, get out of my property. Goddamn.
Please, mister, what is it, Dr. Knave? We need your help. We're the A.S.S. and the whole fate of the world is at stake.
You're the ass? Oh, this I gotta see. Holy shit, look at you. God damn. Oh, man. It's gonna be tough to turn down a hot piece of ass like you. Wait a minute. I know you. You're that moon chick. Yeah. What I wouldn't give just to see that shiny hiney.
All right, that's enough out of you perverted worm.
What the hell? You assholes come on my property and make all kind of demands, and you present this barely dressed whore right in front of me, and you're going to criticize me, and I got to listen to lectures from some, I don't know, rainbow fairy? Yeah.
Wait a minute. Now I recognize him. That's Jasper Knave.
Oh, shit, Jasper Knave. But who's that?
Oh, well, he's the founder and former lead singer of the rock band Kinky Freud. Until, they kicked him out.
They didn't kick me out. I quit. 'Cause creative differences, and they were going in a artistic direction that I fundamentally disagreed with. So I kicked them to the curb.
Well, they bring in about $20 million a year through touring.
Well, what the hell do you know? Like I'm going to sit here and be lectured by some crazy idiot in shiny panties.
Now see here, Mr. Knave. We're really running out of time here. In case you haven't noticed, and perhaps you haven't while you were sleeping it off inside your Winnebago, but the whole world's in danger. And we were trying to ask you nicely, but if you're going to make us move your Winnebago out of the way, then
by golly, we will. I'd like to see you try, Mr. Gold Cape. Yeah, I was a singer once, but I learned the ways and arts of sorcery. And I've gained much more knowledge through, quite a few trips into that cave to other worlds and found my way to these old ancient books that teach me all the spells of magic, the likes of which none of you assholes know, so you just try me.
Whoa! You've been trespassing into the Netherverse.
Oh, come on, man. When I got here, all I found was a duct-taped piece of plywood blocking the entry. Now, that just speaks of no one gives a shit about where that cave leads to. And since no one else was claiming the property, I decided, well, might as well be me. So I staked my claim.
Whoa!
Great.
Oh my God!
Hell! No! Damn it! You assholes! You broke my concentration. Damn it!
Your concentration, indeed, Dave. What do you mean by your concentration?
Well, a couple of weeks ago, the cave started acting erratically. These red lightning bolts would come out. So I had to close it off and use a mystic shield to try to keep it contained. It didn't do all that great, but it worked somewhat. And I had to cancel my tours after that, of course. It's costing me a fortune.
God, tours? What do you mean, what tours?
1 ounce. I gave tours to people who wanted to take a trip to other dimensions through the portal.
Oh, man, that's probably a problem.
It is a problem, Captain, as it does explain a great deal. Due to Jasper Knave's continuous trespassing, this only further weakened the already weakened portal. Who the
Oh my God! Who's
Green
this?
snot! It's the doorman! Yeah, that's right, Sun King. Hey, doorman, long time no see. And, Princess Timely, what are you doing here?
Oh, hi, Captain Timely. I mean, Snapper. Oh, geez, I probably shouldn't have said. Well, we're all superheroes, so I guess it's cool. Anyway, I've been helping Dr. Deja Vu find the doorman, and well, we did, and now he brought us here to Crappincorn.
Yeah, you sure did, and the trip was rough. Holy crap, I need a beer. Where the hell's the 7-Eleven? Damn, I'm starting to get
Frog
shakes.
Prince? I don't think they have 7-Elevens here. Green snot.
Oh, God.
Night. What are you doing here?
puking my guts out. What does it look like I'm doing?
Meanwhile, on the other side of the planet, somewhere in Cityopolis, within the parking lot of Fat Woody's Bar and Grill, we find Hordor, the Cosmic Collector, Rex Rain, and a chimpanzee called Max, who contains the brain of super genius Maximite, and Dr. Mausoleum, as they tinker around with the teleportation device, contraption, however you want to put it. Yeah, that's it. That's definitely the signature signal. Oh, man, we can finally trap the Bewitcher in an eternal loop between dimensions from which you'll never escape. Yeah, it's now or never, Rex.
I don't know, Hordor. The risks.
Yeah, don't worry, Rex. I double-checked the figures with Max.
A chimpanzee.
A chimpanzee with the brain of this world's greatest genius.
Nevertheless, if we're off by a metric, we could cause a singularity that collapses the whole damn planet into it.
Damn it, Rex, can't you see that the Red Storm has returned? The risk of doing nothing outweighs the risk of doing something.
Exactly. That something is throwing the switch.
Oh, wait. Oh, damn it.
All systems are functioning accurately and,
Good Lord. It's a portal. It's ever increasing.
I'm sure that's perfectly well within the confines of what it's meant to do. Oh, no.
Oh, no. What just happened to these, supervillains? And should anyone care? Well, I don't know. But meanwhile, what about Sun King, the A.S.S., teaming up with the doorman? That should be the resolution of the whole thing, right? Well, perhaps we'll find out in the next exciting episode of Night Night. And then after that, we'll come back here for the adventures of Sun King.
The Adventures of Sun King is a Nailsin production. All characters and stories are written and performed by me, Douglas Nelson, with music by Kevin MacLeod and other public domain sources. This is a Nailsin News Bulletin.
Tarantula tossing political candidate convicted when she was just outplayed while representing herself. Oh, no. During assault trial after dumping lawyer. She dumped her lawyer. Were they dating? Yeah. An aspiring Minnesota politician was convicted of assaulting her housemate by throwing a tarantula at her in a bid to remove her from the property. So, was the roommate suffering from arachnophobia? Marissa Simonetti, 32, was found guilty by a 6-member jury of misdemeanor assault, harassment, and disorderly conduct. Simonetti, I don't know, allowed the woman, attorney Jacqueline Vasquez, so it's the attorney, to live in her home as an Airbnb guest in 2024 in Adena, a Minneapolis suburb. But the relationship between the two became increasingly adversarial as Vasquez refused to leave, made extortionate threats, and involved third parties in a manner that endangered plaintiff's personal safety, family well-being, and political career. See? The Star Tribune reported that Simonetti dumped her attorney, another attorney, a few weeks before. She just doesn't like lawyers, a few weeks before the trial, and ended up representing herself. But after the verdict, she told the newspaper she was innocent, and her unfamiliarity with court procedure played a role in that outcome. That's why you gotta, if you're gonna fire your lawyer, okay, but you gotta get another one. I was just outplayed, she said. That's all. Just as I thought it was going all right, then it wasn't. That's all. Simonetti has spoken often with the media about the case. Simonetti made wide-ranging comments to Fox affiliate KMSP and NBC affiliate CARE, K-A-R-E, about what took place, which only added another layer of strangeness. Asked what led to the tarantula incident, Simonetti said that Vasquez started sending double, triple, texting me long paragraphs and making all kinds of accusations, saying there was an infestation, a spider infestation. And then she said the internet didn't work. Oh, my God. All right, that's crossing the line. Come on. It was just a bombardment. Oh, yeah. Spiders and no internet. She was sending me paragraphs-long messages, and finally I had to block her because I felt so uncomfortable.
Simonetti said, explaining that her son lives in the home and that this fact made her highly sensitive to disputes like these. Well, was she texting your son too? Yeah. Or did you just, oh, that crazy bitch is texting me again. Let me read this to you. Spiders, 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 and no internet. Okay, Mom. Claiming that Vasquez was screaming on the phone with someone, threatening to have her arrested, and threatening to ruin her campaign, Simonetti suggested that she tried a tactic from Home Alone. Oh, yeah. Movies and TV shows can teach you so much. Anyway, it's her favorite movie from her childhood, to get Vasquez out of the house. So she was going to pull a little fast one on Vasquez here. I mean, there is an element of humor to that movie. Well, yes, it's a comedy. It's not just an element. You know. And at the end, what was I supposed to do? And at the end of the day, Unhinged got her out of the house. Okay, so you're upset because you say this crazy woman's harassing you. So I've got to be crazier than her. Fight crazy with crazy. Simonetti, who reportedly did not own the home. Oh, good Lord. What the hell? Did not answer whether she was allowed to sublet a room to Vasquez. Oh, no. Calling those rules all pretty hazy. But she chalked up the whole blow-up as funny and ridiculous. Well, yeah, you got a point there, Simonetti. That's true. It is. I'm good at creatively solving problems. And at the end of the day, I didn't physically harm anybody. Well, what about the tarantula? I'm a little unconventional in many ways. Sometimes, I'm a silly goose. She's cute, isn't she? Simonetti is suing the woman who accused her in the incident, along with the police department and its officers who investigated the matter. And the prosecutor charged her with the crime. She's asking for $28 million. According to the suit, Vasquez also bought $350 worth of sex toys at a CVS with Simonetti's credit card. Oh, well, there you go. There's some point. Maybe they're both just, cray-cray. Anyway, rather than seeking any legal protection herself, Vasquez, a licensed attorney in the state of Minnesota, weaponized legal language and imagery in her threats to plaintiff, stating that she would make plaintiff look like an abuser, flip this whole thing on her, and go to the media with whatever story would cause the most damage if her demands were not met. As a result, Simonetti said she had Airbnb cancel Vasquez's booking and called the police to have her removed from the home. Yeah, well, you could do that instead of dropping a spider in it. I don't know. Vasquez allegedly barricaded herself in the basement, and cops did not end up forcing her to leave. Well, okay, but there's record of this, right? The police were called. You got a tenant who won't leave your. Well, it's not her property. Yeah, that's a problem too. But anyway, at the very least, there would be a record. Yeah, this was the officers were there, and for whatever reason, they decided, I'm bored. She's not leaving. Let's go. Anyway, it was at this point that the alleged tarantula tossing occurred. At this time, Vasquez called the police, and Simonetti was arrested. I wonder if it was the same officers, Vasquez provided the following statement. Look up the term litigation abuse. That's all I have to provide at the moment. Okay. Simonetti at the time was a candidate for a Hennepin County commissioner and an emerging contender for the 2026 U.S. Senate race in Minnesota. Hey, look, considering Minnesota these days, she's still got a shot. Well, she lost the commissioner race twice. Oh, well. Prior to the false arrest and malicious prosecution, plaintiff's campaign was on track to surpass her opponent's fundraising and win the general election. Public interest, donor enthusiasm, and social media engagement were strong and steadily increasing in the weeks leading up to the June 2024 events. The lawsuit stated, as a direct result of Vasquez's threats, the unlawful arrest, and the prosecution initiated by Hennepin County, plaintiff's campaign suffered irreparable harm. Key donors rescinded pledges, community events were canceled or disrupted, and plaintiff was denied valuable earned media and speaking opportunities due to the pending charges. The plaintiff claims in the lawsuit, which she filed herself. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Didn't learn. So in the statement, plaintiff, it's not her lawyer saying it's her, that her Senate campaign fundraising targets could easily exceed $22 million. Simonetti is not considered among the top contenders who have announced their intention to run or are thought to have an interest. Why not? It's Minnesota. I'm sorry, Minnesota, but, come on. Simonetti claims the Adena cops violated her First Amendment rights by interfering with her political speech. Tossing a tarantula? And lacked probable cause to arrest her. She also says the Hennepin County Attorney's Office violated her due process rights by pursuing criminal charges based on demonstrably false information. But you admitted to all of it. You just said, I was just being silly. I'm a silly goose. So, you can't go into a residence and throw a tarantula at her. And there's also this business about that you don't really own it. And you didn't have the right to sublet it. I mean, she said, it's all really hazy and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. She's really hot, though. Boy, is she pretty. But there's some cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs here. A lot of that going around, And, but she is pretty, but then right there in her mugshot, the eyes, It's always in the eyes. Yeah. Yeah. So, and then again, like I said, Vasquez might be a little nutty too. If, both nut versus nut, who wins? Well, I guess whoever throws the tarantula first loses in the eyes of the law. And she didn't have the right to sublet it, so she didn't really have any eviction rights either. But then again, I mean, who the hell is the actual owner? They should have come in, hey, what the hell? And both of you get out, and all this sort of thing. I guess. I mean, is Vasquez still living there? And it just goes to show, yes, she really hates lawyers. But then again, a lot of lawyers make a good income. She might want to consider that, because I don't think the political career is going to take off. But again, like I said, Minnesota, maybe she has a shot. I don't know. But anyway, there you go. It's you can't throw tarantulas at people. And that's also another thing. I mean, the tarantula wasn't really bothering anybody, just minding its own business. How the hell did she get a tarantula? I don't know. I think the previous story did cover that, though. Too lazy to look it up. But anyway, there you go. I guess justice is served.
This has been a Nailsin News Bulletin. The views and opinions expressed during the Mr. Nailsin show do not necessarily reflect those held by RadioMisfits.com. So, any complaints and or comments should be sent to @MrNailsin on Twitter, where they will be promptly ignored and or blocked.
A public service presentation by this station and the Southern Baptist churches in this area.